Street in Oxford calling for an end to traffic measures. LTNs, or low traffic neighbourhoods, that restrict traffic on residential roads have caused public outcry. Some travelled from across the country to the protest, others were locals wanting their voices heard.
We're here today to basically protest against a whole series of measures that Oxford County Council are bringing in. It's not just LTNs, it's also traffic filters, which are roadblocks on the main roads. They're closing car parks, they're charging people to drive through the middle of town, and they're even going to charge you to park at work.
Businesses are shutting. People who've worked hard all their life are losing their livelihoods because of them, and I think they need to be stopped.
It's like one neighbour not speaking to the other neighbour because it's anti-LTN or pro-LTNs. So we really need to sort this out, and we are saying no LTN. So many demonstrations. We've been speaking to county council, city council, local councillors. They are all ignoring us.
The council's proposals include a 15-minute neighbourhood that's designed for residents to have access to essentials within a 15-minute walk of their home, as well as traffic filters that restrict how many times residents can travel on certain roads. Campaigner and co-founder of the Together Association, Alan Miller, says it's impacting locals and businesses.
So low traffic neighbourhoods already have had a significant impact. We've just seen that a restaurant has closed after 17 years in Oxford as a consequence of it. And now the proposal for the 15-minute city, where you have bus gates on 6 roads and you prevent cars, many other cars from going through those areas. You get passes for 100 passes, as though somehow now we've negotiated our ability and our freedom to move. We never had a national debate or a local debate about that.
There are also wider concerns around civil liberties.
Frankly, we've never agreed to this, right? And people have just come out of a few years of severe measures around lockdowns and restrictions. There's a discussion about digital ID and surveillance and control. All of these things are based on having cameras to monitor. There's concerns around surveillance, and there's concerns around central bank digital currency and how those things are all linked. Because Sadiq Khan, in the discussion about ULEZ expansion, has said, well, it would be really good and effective if we could just have it all done electronically at source. So all of a sudden, you get into a situation that could be very, very problematic from the point of view of civil rights and civil liberties.
Local police said a small number of arrests were made at the protests in Oxford for public order offences, but the vast majority of people were peaceful. With similar traffic schemes proposed in other parts of the country, this certainly won't be the last time people will be making their voices heard.